Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we have some interesting things to discuss. They talk about Scooter and how he is now starting his own channel. We watched Amberlynn and Fupa pie themselves in the face because they love to humiliate themselves. Tina comes on, a lot happens, and at the same time, nothing. But let's just get into it.
His little monkey dance he was doing over there.
Did you watch?
I watched the entire thing twice. I took
That's
notes.
6 hours, my friend.
I put it through ChatGPT, and I watched it at 1.5 speed. Okay, so
I watch at 2.5.
Carry.
Everything with Amber is a competition. They're talking about Scooter here. He went live on his own channel, and everything has to be a competition. Text I watched it on 1.5 speed, so it wasn't 6 hours. She's like, well, I watch everything on 2.5 speed. Nobody cares. Literally not one person cares.
The 3, carry the 4. It was worthwhile. Who would have thunk that Scooter would have immediately gone from I'm scared of whatever, I can't deal with the criticism, I don't want to be on camera, to I'm doing my own stream, ladies and gentlemen. Come check me out. I'm dancing like a monkey. I'm a cute little guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I am curious if this is his arc to becoming a detractor channel of his own. Instead of, an Amberlynn detractor, he's now going to be an LCU detractor? I mean, host to detractor arc is crazy. But I don't know, I feel like I kind of saw it coming. He was very disinterested in Amberlynn towards the end of it, and he had that fan base.
I'm a cute little guy. He didn't care. He was all, sad boy hour, I can't handle the fucking stress, to immediately I'm streaming again. Fuck.
So, before we even get into what Tech's saying, when I saw Amberlynn open up a fresh bottle of whipped cream and eat it, I was like, of course. And then Fupa did it, and I was confused. And then I was like, what's going on? Because at this point, they hadn't yet announced that they were going to be pieing themselves in the face. So I was like, they're just hungry, I guess. But as far as what Tech says, I think the reason why Scooter did go live is because that money was missing. He was no longer getting that daily paycheck, or you know what I mean? So he wanted money, and he had the fan base to get it.
We're doing a challenge, everybody. Do you have your plate ready, Amber? Good. Of course it's a paper plate.
Why did you get a small ass plate?
Because it makes the food look bigger, okay? It's a fat, fucking strategy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I get it. I think with being a teenage girl comes struggling with body image and food at some point. And so getting specifically smaller plates and bowls and then filling it up with less than a portion size or a portion size to make it look like it's more is such an easy hack. It tricks your brain. So I get what they're saying here. But for Amber, I don't really know if that's something she's ever done. So
King Cat says take Amber to Fat Camp, MTV Room Raider style. True. Put that bitch on a fucking forklift and drag her ass. Anyways.
Oh. Okay, Tech. You're okay, I see you.
Fuck about you or the fans or anything. He just wanted to get it the fuck out of here. And he used you to gain a fan base. He had 1,000 people watching his live stream yesterday. Do you think that's from people that love him or people that love you?
Neither. He had 1,000 people in there because it was people who hate Amberlynn and people who hate him. That's my guess. Because when he was on the show, I don't remember anyone liking him. I certainly didn't. And I don't remember anyone ever really loving Amber either. So I think they were just kind of curious about what he had to say. And, why he was going live after having this big dramatic exit from putting his life out there on the internet. And, he came back really soon, too. That wasn't much of a break. But yeah, Amber just sat here in silence for a little bit, which was odd.
Amber?
Huh?
Amber?
What?
That question's for
Hello?
you.
His thing, went mute.
No. Fupa heard me.
What, Fupa, what did he say?
What? His thing didn't go mute? What are you talking about? Is this going to be her new thing? Anytime someone asks her a question and she doesn't know the answer and she doesn't want to answer it, she's going to be like, you went mute. I didn't hear you. What? Huh? You were talking? I thought we were all just sitting here in silence for fun.
I wasn't in the hospital, right? That was fake. When I came onto the show the first time, we did a whole fucking prayer for Scooter. Oh, I hope he gets better. I hope he's not feeling bad. I hope he can recover soon. God bless, whatever. I know you're atheist, but you cared about Scooter so much, you indulged the activity.
I cannot take this serious with an atheist doing the sign of the cross in the corner. little lore drop, I went to CCD, which is basically a church school once a week. For 8 years, I'm confirmed into the Catholic Church. And, like, I don't really actively practice the religion anymore. But but to see an atheist do the sign of the cross is just funny, because, like, who are you praying to? What I will say, though, is that you can pray for anyone at any time, and just because you're an atheist doesn't mean you can't pray. But just because maybe he wasn't in the hospital doesn't mean the prayer you said to him went to waste. You could still pray and wish good upon people, even the people that lie and are awful people. I mean, I would never pray for Amberlynn Reed, but...
Yeah, of
Right.
course.
And every time someone was shitting on Scooter, you're like, no, he's having a rough time, he's doing bad, blah, blah. It was all a lie. It wasn't real. There's no proof. They won't show proof.
Yeah.
They don't want to fucking like validate whether or not he was telling the truth. It's done. You know now he's a backstabber, and you're out here saying, oh, he's still a good boy. I still like the guy.
I have mixed feelings. I'm confused.
You're confused. I'm confused. I'm confused as to why you're confused. He didn't go to the hospital, allegedly. So he was just trying to snake the community. And we know that you guys had a little secret pact of, hey, if I quit, you quit, type of thing. So I'm sure he was talking to you. I'm sure you knew exactly what was going on. And I'm sure you knew he didn't go to the hospital. And you know more than the fans do. So if we're not confused by it, how the fuck are you confused by it?
Oh, hell yeah. Clock it.
Clock it, bitch. Anyways, listen here, Tech. I'm going to tell you something. The other day when we were up here, shut up. You can go ahead and get a hammer, girl. But you think I don't know, but I know more than you think I know. Because guess what I know? Exactly what happened. You told Keem I was lying. And then Scooter went live the next night. Clock it, bitch. You think I don't know?
I love the little clock it thing Tina's doing, but, like, what are we clocking? You came on there and for 30 seconds went, I know. You think I don't know? I know. Guess what I know? I know what happened. I know the truth. Guess what I know? I know. You said a whole bunch of nothing. What do you know? What is the truth? Why are you... Stop edging. I'm sorry.
I talked to Scooter for 2.5 hours before he went to the hospital, the alleged hospital situation. We and Albert did say on my stream today we lied. We covered for the co-host. I never heard him at the hospital. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, Albert thinks he was still there, and he covered for him because that's what friends do, even though Scooter stabbed Albert 100 times, but Albert's a very forgiving guy.
Scooter was at that hospital, as far as I know.
Okay.
And I will not back down on that.
Okay, long story short, isn't it funny I have a clip? I'm going to send it to Tech. Where Scooter said, oh, look at the detractors. I'm like Amber Lynn now.
Oh, he 100% used her. I think, this is my theory, he wanted to leave the universe for, quite some time. And so because of that, he decided, well, you know what? Amberlynn Reed's coming on. She brings a lot of fans and haters with her. I could get myself in with this community and be able to start a channel on my own. And look at him now. He has his own haters.
That's what he said last night on his stream. I got the clip, bitch.
Yeah. That did happen.
He did say that.
Clock it. I'm telling you, he's just trying to take advantage of you, Amber. He wants to...
It doesn't matter, though. He has a right to go... Listen, we don't own people on YouTube. It's not right to snake activity. Get it? We don't own people, though.
All right, so I'm not following her train of thought here. So the universe doesn't own people. They can do what they want. But they can't, because Keem just told Amberlynn Reed she can't live stream on her channel. So you do kind of, you're giving up your control. Amber's not allowed to live stream on her own channel, so she can't do what she wants. So your logic here is kind of flawed, in my opinion. I think, because if Scooter was still part of the universe and he was going live on his own channel, it'd be an issue. But it's just not an issue because he's no longer with them, if that makes sense. Because let's be real, Keem wouldn't want to miss out on that money, at all.
Right? People are free to go where they want to go and say what they want to do, right? But Amber, when are you going to come clean with your audience and tell them that you know all about it?
I don't know anything, Tina.
Bullshit. Scooter's not taking the fall by himself, big girl. Come on. Tell it.
I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure you don't. It's kind of funny. I got 7 clips last night, and I watched it, and how he played right into the girl world.
Her little ominous act is really confusing me. I get what she's trying to do. She's trying to, get Amberlynn to admit to it. She started off really strong with Amber. When are you going to come clean? When are you going to tell the audience you knew all about it all along? And then she kind of loses the plot. She's like, yeah, I know. Anyway, I have 7 clips. What? Okay. Also, they react to things on the channel all the time. So why couldn't they pull up the clips and, really dissect what he was saying in them if it was so much proof that Amber knew what was going on? Don't get me wrong, I do think she knew what was going on. Amber is a mastermind. And one thing Amber loves to do is lie, but there's only one thing she loves more than lying, and that's ruining other people's lives with her lies.
I go into fat camp and let us ride you like a bull. We'll put quarters in your asshole and we'll ride you and see how long we can stay on your back, bitch.
Ew. Why are you thinking about riding her like a bull? And also, that'd be the easiest thing ever. She can't move enough to get you off her back. You just sit there. She can't move like a mechanical bull does.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I was thinking.
I don't need fat camp. Fat camp needs me.
Oh, no, girl, you need fat camp. You could use a little help.
One hit, batter up, boom, $5,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this specific clip, Tina's talking about how she, broke a table with one punch or something, and it cost $5,000. I included it because her batter up thing was funny. But something else is you're going to see Amber's going to ask if this is a threat, basically. And I didn't include the clip earlier, but when Amber was sitting in silence, Fupa was like, "Oh, Amberlynn's on drugs." And Amber's like, "Defamation! I'm going to call my lawyer." Yeah, suing will entice with your 20-year-old law student you have in your Instagram DMs. Sure thing. But yeah, Amber just loves to mention, she always tries to allude to that she will sue you. And I'm not sure. She doesn't have the energy to sue. That's why no reaction channel has ever gotten sued. Not that it would work. Obviously if she sued, it wouldn't do anything, she would never win that case. But what I'm saying is if she really wanted to, because she's petty, she would absolutely sue everyone who talked about her, and she just doesn't have the energy to do that, and also she's lacking the money to do so right now as well.
So is this IRL? You're telling me you want to hit me?
No, I've never gone IRL in my life. Never. I would never waste my time. And besides that, I would have to get a crane operating degree or a license to come over there and pick you up when you fall on the fucking floor and I got to pick your big ass up. Because I got a bad back. I got spinal stenosis.
Oh my god. This is even better because just, 2 streams ago, Amberlynn admitted she fell in the shower and couldn't get up. And you know what? The only thing that's playing in my head is that one clip of Jordy when he's it's the turtle in the back, and he's like, "Come on, Amber!" I imagine that's what it was like. But talking about that, I don't know how Mama Lynn was able to get her up by herself. There's no way that Mama Lynn was able to come over there and help Amber up by herself. There's just no way. I'm kind of with Tina here. A crane type system might have been needed.
Hi. I want Fupa first.
Fupa, damn, you're fucking loading that up. Phantom being in the chat got you excited, huh?
I know. Look at all this cream.
Here we go. Fupa.
He says he likes blondes, but you're not a natural blonde. It's so funny.
Bitch, I was born a blonde. Shut the fuck up.
Everyone's born a blonde.
All right, count her down, Amber. Count her down. 5, 4.
I have to go first.
You're first. 3, 2, 1.
That sucked.
No, you gotta smash it. You gotta smash it in there. Yeah! There we go. Screenshot it. Put it in the Discord. Screenshot it. Hurry. All right.
It's up my nose.
Amber.
Yeah.
Fupa, count her down. Fupa.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Smash! No, there needs to be impact. Impact.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they got a $50 donation, and so therefore they pied themselves in the face. This is humiliating. I don't know why they would ruin their... being on the show, I'm sure, is humiliating enough. I don't know why you need to do all this extra shit. It was probably Emily's idea. Fun fact, I actually had to re-record this little audio section because I called Emily Tommy. That I am not protecting Emily. Sorry. Anyway, I want to touch on that they mentioned Phantom. So apparently Fupa and Phantom have been talking a little bit. I know very little to nothing about Phantom, but maybe he'll be more he'll show up more. He did donate $50 in the beginning of the stream to say that he liked Fupa or whatever, so I don't know. This could be interesting. I'd rather hear them talk about love life. Because maybe if Fupa, because you know how Amberlynn loves to one-up people, if Fupa and Phantom talk enough on the show, I'm sure that they'll bring Emily up or talk about Emily more.
I'm fully aware that my weight, okay, I'm going to be honest. My weight does make me uglier. It does. If I was Fupa's size, I would be way more attractive than her. And I know that. Like, I know that in my soul. Even Keem knows that. Even the chat knows that. But the chat likes to be spiteful, so it's okay. But if we were the same size, I would be way more attractive than you.
Where'd she go?
She does this.
What the fuck?
I don't know what this fucking show is. We don't have a show anymore because we don't have a fucking host. No one is hired.
Both you are hosts.
Thing.
Both you can do this.
Grow up, because you just disgusted me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You would not be prettier than Fupa. I don't really like... Actually, I'm not even going to say that. But what I will say is that part, at least for me, of what makes someone an attractive person is also their personality. And although Fupa doesn't have the best, I will say that I would never put her below someone with a history like yours, Amber. And also, I just don't agree with your statement at all. But, like, I don't know. I mean... You can, like, you know, kind of sit there and think, oh, I'd be so much prettier than her if I was skinny. Well, Amber, you've never really been thin. You said at one point in the live stream you were 290 pounds at 11 years old. Like, how do you know what you would look like skinny? I mean...
Are you, like, on drugs? Like...
What do you mean?
You're, like,
Bitch,
really...
you're the one who...
You're a little delayed.
Really slow to respond tonight.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Amberland is on drugs.
Defamation. I'm calling my lawyer. No.
Okay, I found the clip because I wanted to include it. So, you know, I mean, they're being true. Amber was really slow to respond in the beginning of the stream. She looked dazed. She was out of it. She loves to talk over people, so the fact that not only was she letting them finish their sentences, but she was, like, taking a breath in between replying. That was shocking. I think that was a fair question to ask in that moment. Something was off. Maybe she took too much Zoloft.
I have mixed feelings, like, after everything. Like, you know, Scooter, I love Scooter, and it's just shady stuff. I don't know what to say about it.
This is in reference to Scooter's channel and the hospital allegations, and what I will say is that if you were as close with Scooter as you consistently claim to be, you'd have more to say about it than just that, unless you knew something. And I think you do know something. I think that, you know, you knew he was going to leave the universe, and you kind of helped him do it. So, because, you know, when he, you know, was supposedly in the hospital, and anytime someone bring it up, you'd be like, no, like, don't.
She's never used to having fun. She's used to argue with these motherfuckers.
I know. You're no fun.
It's
Come
a fun
on,
time.
Amber.
We go Easter egg
It
hunting.
No, you're not really any fun, at least not on the show, although you've never really had a personality. But what I will say is, what they're talking about here is Tina mentioned bringing a dunk tank to Fat Camp, and the things that they were suggesting putting in it is not something I feel comfortable putting on my channel. A lot of talk about the back of Spencer's, if you will, and I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily something I'd find fun or suggest as a fun time, but then again, it's Tina suggesting it, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Also, they mentioned underwear that's edible. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that, like, actually a thing? Can someone confirm this? Like, why? What type of... I'm not here to shame anyone, but what type of situation you got going on there that you want to eat it? But with that being said, I am shocked. Well, no, I lie. I'm not shocked that Scooter started his own channel. I think it's going to be interesting. He thinks he's going to have his own detractors, but he himself is going to be a detractor to the LCU, or at least that's where I see it going. And when you really think about it, like, there was no way he was going to be able to stay away from the universe or the internet in any way, because I don't think he could hold a regular job. Just like I don't think Amber could. So, you know, he was going to miss the money and the attention at some point, and it was way sooner than I imagined. But yeah, I want to thank you guys sincerely. Like, actually, I went to bed last night. My video is now from yesterday. My video from yesterday is now at like 1,000 views. I gained like 20 subs from it. I don't know what to say other than thank you, you're crazy, and I love you. So... But yeah, this has truly been just the biggest blessing, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I truly love making content, and I also tried to fix the audio on this a little bit by slowing down. Like, I didn't put their video or their live stream in 1.5 speed, because I think sometimes they talk too fast, and it's a little bit of information overload, if you will. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!